Let's tilt up a little bit. Is that better? Yeah, you don't want to see that. Right, let's start again. No profanity in this one, out of respect for Andrew E. Pierce. So we're going to invite, and I'll even invite my work colleague and even William the Box. Eric Walker. I like Eric Walker. And maybe Dean. Dean's quite a nice lady. So, okay. Right, I'm going to wait for Andrew. Hello, Nat. So we're going to wait for Andrew. So Andrew, no swearing on this one, I promise you. So I'm going to invite you as a guest. Actually, I'll invite Nat first out of consideration because she joins my lives first. So I invite you first, Nat, because you always join my lives. Okay, we'll wait for Nat to join, and then I'll invite you, Andrew. No, I want you in the live, Nat, first. There's a reason for it. This is to both of you. But because you join my lives all the time, I've got... That's it. Accept. Okay, sound check, 1, 2, 3.
Yes, I can hear you.
So there's a reason, and I'll tell you the reason when Andrew's in. Actually, I'll tell you first and I'll join Andrew. So...
Andrew's got to go. That's why I was telling you to speak to Andrew.
Okay, Andrew, I'll invite you now. Panic time.
Don't panic. Calm.
Right, it'll be okay. Hello, Andrew.
Hi, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you beautifully, Nat. Hi, Nat.
Hiya.
Okay. So, as I said, no profanity in this live out of consideration for you, Andrew. Nat, don't encourage me to do any profanity, please.
No,
I beg you. Please, I beg you.
I'll be on my best behaviour.
Yes, please. So, when I was walking back from dropping off some rubbish at Langston Harbour, I saw all of the sky, all of the sea, and I said to myself, finally, I have my freedom back. So, the day that I prayed to God, this is without the profanity, I said, please God, help me. I don't know what to do. That's when I burst into tears and I cried so much because I didn't know what to do and I wanted to give up. And I really wanted to give up, and I won't go into details while I'll separately DM you because this is a live. That's when I was desperate. I didn't know what to do. I really did not I couldn't leave the house. I tried to get out the house. Luckily, I bought enough food for 3 days. I could not leave the house. Then one morning when I woke up, Angie's song came up on my FYP and I listened to it again and again and again and again and again. And I felt a little bit of burst of light that came within me because of that song. Then obviously I DM'd you, Andrew, and I obviously disclosed to you everything that you know because you need to know why that song means so much. Then, Andrew, you encouraged me to do a live and I didn't want to do it. I did not want to do it. But when I finished work at the admin place, which I asked to do, which is the influence of that song, I asked my manager, please get me some work to get me out the house. Then when I left work, because I accomplished something which I can't go into, but I helped another human being basically to get help through the NHS. That's when I went to that certain location and done my live. Then after that, Nat started to look at I looked at Nat's video, which broke my heart. And then obviously Nat joined me on my live. So the first one is a song, and then Nat, you don't realise how much your lives is actually interaction with the lives has helped me through such a dark time. And then obviously when I was free, we saw those 3 rainbows together.
They were amazing.
That was a sign, because remember, I prayed so hard, and I don't believe in God 100%, but I want to thank both of you for saving my life, because I don't think I'll be here. I don't think I'll have the strength to carry on even now, even though I'm having complications with certain colleagues. But I don't think I'll have the strength if it wasn't for my prayers to be answered. I don't think through TikTok I wouldn't have found that strength to carry on. I would not be here talking to both of you if it wasn't for both of your influences. And I thank you so much for what you've done for me. And it costs nothing. It costs nothing to be who you are as people. And I thank you for that.
You're
Wow.
absolutely right. It doesn't cost anything, and I can't speak for Nat, but I can speak for myself and just say it's so humbling to know that when I put my music out there, that my intentions were to just help people heal, give people a bit of hope. And when you contacted me about the song, it just means the world to me. So I'm just so overwhelmed and humble that it just means something to you. And keep doing what you're doing, because you're great. Isn't that right, Nat?
He is
Isn't that
great.
right?
And you
But
did all the hard work.
it
You're
Yes.
the
was,
one that got through it.
Yeah.
I'm still coping with it. I'm still having to deal with certain things I've had to put in place, which was hard with my manager.
Right.
And it's caused a lot of flack between 2 individuals. But because I couldn't do something, because something here said, if you go in there and do this and something happens, these people will not be there for you, and you know that you should have done it. Even my managers would have turned around to me and said, you should have not done it. Why did you let these people push you to do it? But there was something in here that told me, do not do it, and stand up for yourself. Don't do it. There was something in here. But this past 2-3 days, I'm ready to go out today, which I will do. But the past 3 days was to basically heal from that horrific thing that I had to do. But I had to do it. There was something in me that told me I had to do it, and I had to have someone to support me to do it. And that was so hard. to
You're
stand up for yourself is to do the right thing, even though your peers are telling you, I want you to do this. And then when you stand up for yourself, even though you're in the right, there's consequences for other people who hate you so much for doing the right thing. Wow.
And that's a testimony. That's a testimony to how strong you are. Don't underestimate your strength. The fact that you did that against all advice and going against the grain
Yeah.
is testament to how strong you are. So when you do have low moments, and we all get down from time to time, just remind yourself that you are a lot stronger than you think you are, and that should be credited.
Hello,
Okay.
David. Hello, David. Welcome. There's no profanity in here, David.
Hi,
Not
David.
today.
But
Yes.
I'm gonna have to leave because I've
Yeah.
got to teach now, sadly.
Yeah, thank you so much, Andrew. I wanted to tell you face to face. I will do the testimony again. Again, no profanity. I promise you that. But you know the real prayer. This has got profanity in it, but I meant every word when I said it.
Okay.
And if it wasn't for that prayer, I wouldn't have met you, mate. And I wouldn't be here today because of that song. And I want you to remember that when you feel low. Please remember that you saved my life.
You did the hard work. You did the hard work, but I'm just glad to be a part of your journey. You've definitely done the hard work. And God bless you both. And I'll
Thank you.
see you both soon. We'll do this again sometime because I like this. I like this. Good to talk.
Thank you so much, Andrew. I'm
Bye,
gonna.
Andrew.
Bye
Take
bye.
care. God bless you both. Take
Bye.
care. Thanks. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Wow. I had to stop myself from crying. That.
I know. You're all right.
Wow.
You need a haircut.
I know, it's fucking horrific, isn't it?
See, look, the minute Andrew leaves, you start.
That's your
swearing.
fault for letting me swear.
I didn't let you swear. I'm not in charge of you.
That's your fault. I didn't swear before then. I'm so sorry, Andrew.
I think he's gone.
Right, I'm going to invite David White. He's a singer.
Is this the one that you showed me the other day?
No, that one is, I forgot his name now. He's the one that has got a camper van. He's like a singer, but that song called The Fire, that's not him.
You have. You showed me so many. I lost count.
Right, we're going to invite David because why not? I think I've invited him. Information sent. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to say on his live, because I had that feeling of obviously to say thank you so much for that song, like, and obviously those particular thoughts which were rampant at the time, because the day that you know what,
Yeah.
when I was released, when a camera was pointing at me, I had to take my hearing aids off, and I said, "Don't cry now." And I
Yeah.
had to make a certain phone calls at 2 o'clock in the morning to keep me safe. And then the first day that I come back to work, I had to take 15 minutes to take highly deep breaths. I didn't want to walk in because it's the first time I've ever set foot on the premises. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then when someone has asked me, when I say, "Can you support me?" they denied it. They said, "Do it on your own." And I was so angry because I can't do it on my own.
No,
I can't
you
physically.
shouldn't have to.
I couldn't physically do it, and because of the meeting I had with, which I can talk about, the
Yeah.
occupational health, they said you need to do a certain thing to put this in place to protect you from doing this again.
Yeah.
And now it's been put in place. It is basically it's because of that action, it's made certain individuals have that look towards me. Do you know what I mean? Where actually you don't understand the severity of
Yeah.
what happens next. If something happens to me, Nat, I'm in serious trouble,
Yeah, I
mate.
know.
I'm in serious trouble. Like, and I had a panic attack when I left the car, like, and I literally was having a proper panic attack. I said, if you don't work on this, you're going to get a stroke or get a heart attack, because obviously now this anger is so much that you need to let it go, because
Right.
somehow.
Do you know what you need to do? Because me and my friends are going to go. In Gosport,
Yeah.
there's what's called an anger room. I don't know how much it costs, but you can go in there, and it's one of those where you can just go in and smash loads of stuff up. They're called rage rooms in Gosport, and you just go in and you just smash the crap out of absolutely everything.
Yeah.
And it
Mine's
gets rid of your anger.
Mine's verbal. Mine's verbal to.
Yeah, but
scream
you
it.
can still shout and bawl while you're smashing crap up.
No, I don't. The thing is, with me, because it's a female, it'll be words. It won't be physical.
No, but I mean to get it out of
No.
you.
I can't do it if it's a man, then it's completely different. Like with a woman, no, I can't do that. It's words, because I can't express my words on the fact of saying, "Look, this is what you're doing to me. Why are you doing this to me?" And then obviously the swearing would come out. You know what I mean? As in, how dare you, like, put me in this situation when you know 100% what's going on.
Yeah.
But because you have to, as a man, you can't do that because it's deemed as aggressive. So I have to put it down, and that's a problem. I don't get that with all female colleagues. I'll tell you what, I've got a lot of female colleagues who I get on with, do you know what I mean? Who I can
Yeah.
have open conversations with, do you know what I mean? That's why sometimes my partner gets a little bit anxious because of the conversations and obviously the little bit of banter that I have with my female colleagues who know there's a line not to cross.
Yeah.
And they're not like that anyway. So that's the problem. This is why I done that vlog at the Barreto Reservoir, as in when you do something to another human being, you don't know what's going on with that person that day.
No, you're just creating another trauma.
And that person, that might be their last straw, and that smile or that act of kindness maybe have saved them that day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So unfortunately, people, as I said, need to try better. I'll go in, even though I'm pissed off or I had an argument with someone or whatever, but I'll go in and go, I tell you what, let's switch off, and then make someone smile that day, and then that person may, for some reason, sense that you're not feeling too good, probably make you laugh that day, and that's sort of reward that you get for just being you as a person. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But unfortunately, some people are so toxic that they can't see past their own self-anger or self-trauma that they haven't worked through, and then because of that, they're spouting it off to innocent bystanders who really don't deserve it.
No.
And that's the consequence of their actions, unfortunately. But as I said, when they come across someone like me, I won't put up with it. And because I have to be reserved, I can't say exactly what I want to say.
That must be so frustrating.
That particular day was horrible. It was like, and then I had to go in knowing that day would be at a particular time that I will have. I think it was after my break, and I knew that I had to go and take action. And because I took action, I went home going, I don't feel too good. Do you know what I mean? Because I've had to take action with evidence. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I had to be very professional. I had to not put too much emotion in it, but put the facts across to say, look, this is going to happen if this happens. So that's why I can't do it. So unfortunately, I talk as myself as a male. Males are very, very vulnerable when it comes to certain things.
Yeah.
And when certain females don't see the severity of it, it really...
That must create a huge problem.
Yeah, it really gets my goat, I think, an American term. Like, it really gets my goat because actually this is not the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, hang on, this is wrong. And people need to understand there's consequences, especially in social media, like not social media, in people in the limelight. When they have, do you know the guy who plays Doctor Who and who plays the guy who can't die? The American guy. Captain Jack. Yeah, Captain Jack?
No.
You know Captain Jack from Doctor Who?
No.
You don't watch Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Captain Jack.
He's got dark hair, isn't he?
Yeah, very handsome guy.
Can't remember his name, but yeah,
Yeah.
I know you're on about.
So he had, and this is on YouTube if you have a look, he had basically false allegations from like powers to be, and his lawyer said, you are not, he goes, they said that, I went, you are not going to do that. They said, you are not going to do that because this is what's going to happen. They didn't do it, but they're going to throw false allegations at him that are not true. Because obviously he annoyed the wrong people, but he's like, no, he's got a good lawyer behind him, protecting him from, and how vulnerable he actually is. But he had to stand his ground to say no,
Yeah.
and that must have been so hard for him. And they get these powers that be to basically discredit him in the limelight. Do you know what I mean? Which are not true.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
And this poor man, what he had to go through, even though he's talking about now, which is in the future, God knows what this man who's got a different sexual orientation, and
Yeah.
that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have a different sexual orientation. It's about who you are as a human being. That guy that I listened to the live, he was talking about politics, but in essence, he was talking about equality. He was talking about it doesn't matter what race you are, it doesn't matter what gender you are. You need to really treat human beings with the utmost respect. And that's why I sort of listened to his live and went, wow, I need to DM him. Like, wow, what an amazing, like, he blew me away. You look past the sexuality, you look back past the politics and look at what he's talking about.
Yeah.
He's talking about, actually, he said, go and talk to that guy over on the street. Ask him about his story. Wow, that's an amazing story. I've spoken to complete strangers that I've never met before, and they tell me their little story, and you go, wow, it's nice to meet you, and just go on your day.
Yeah, I know you've done that when you was in Dartmoor, didn't you? Just started randomly chatting to people.
It was nice. It was like those young hikers. I just wanted them to know there was a safe place if it gets worse, because I know what it was like. I knew what the weather was going to be like that week. That's why I didn't go hiking. I'm watching them going, at least give them the knowledge about this place.
Yeah.
At least they got somewhere safe as a backup plan. Do you know what I mean? Which is not expensive. They can set their tent up. They can like go and buy some firewood from the owner. Do you know what I mean? And just sort of at least somewhere safe, because they're walking on the moors. I know which direction they were going.
Yeah.
So at least I knew that I'd done the right thing and just had a chat with them. Do you know what I mean? Because they were carrying quite a lot of weight as well. So it wasn't like a lightweight. So good on them though for hiking.
Yeah. Well, I'm really sorry, mate, but I'm gonna have to move you and get some more work done. But your audio's fine, so you should be okay for later. All right.
Right, thank you very much, sister.
Take care,
This
and I'll
wasn't
speak to you
supposed
soon.
It wasn't supposed to turn out like this, but whatever. See you later. Thanks, Nat.
Bye,
Bye,
mate. Bye.
Bye. Thank you very much, guys, for watching the live. I'm ending this because I've got other stuff to do. I need to test the audio. Thank you very much, Nat. God bless. I'm not inviting anyone. I might join someone on their live just to test their live, and then that's about it. Please like, comment, subscribe on all my videos if you can. Thank you very much for Andrew Pierce. Thank you, Nat. See ya.